Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lauren. Happy birthday to you.
Can you relight it? That's it. It's perfect. You know, I will probably shed a few tears, so warning you in advance. It's all good. It's all good. It's very good. It's just emotion full of love and appreciation and connection, you know. So anyway, first of all, I just want to thank my wife.
Ooh, Vanessa, we love Vanessa. Vanessa.
You're amazing. For help put this all together, for having the wonderful idea of hiring someone to help us. Because when we started thinking of this idea, she's like, I think we should get some help. Because neither of us are good at certain things, like details and things like that. So, and she's stepped up so beautifully for this. Thank you so much. I realized, you know, we had kind of celebrated my birthday last year, and it feels like a lot to do it again, but when a 60 was approaching, I was like, wow, I really want to do something for my 60th. It feels big. It's been an interesting process kind of approaching this age. It's like, you know, when you're really young, you're never going to get old, right? Like, it's just not going to happen to you. And then you start getting to this, and you're like, oh, well, this is going to happen to all of us. Okay, so here we are. One thing I think a lot of you know about me is that connection is very important. And one of my love languages is quality time. So when I can get you all together and have some real quality time, it's very, very meaningful to me and powerful. And you know, Jill and I were kind of mentioning this just a minute ago. It's like one of the things I've really realized as I'm getting older and this later stage of life is chosen family is so important, right? And like, who are we going to age with? How, you know, and connection and family and love and people are a big part of longevity and how you thrive in this time of our lives, right? The last third of our lives is connection, is having people that you feel are part of your family. And so I've been so grateful that we've created this connection with each other, this lesbian group. I mean, I know, Shelley, we share much more than just our identity. However, the lesbian identity is very powerful. And it's very important that we're here together as women who love other women.
Yes.
And that we share that together.
Yes.
And that we get to connect over that.
Amen.
And that nobody else can really understand that the way that we do. And that we share even if we have other similarities or other differences. And that's it's a big part of my passion in my life. It's my books. I mean, my books are all starting with the word Sappho. Sapphic becoming, Sapphic heart,
Yes.
Sapphic spirit, like Sappho. We're evoking Sappho tonight. I mean, Doug, of course, already evoked Sappho for me, so he's on it. But Sappho is a beautiful woman who's endured thousands of years. She's where we got her name, lesbian. She was an incredible poet. Plato called her the fifth muse. She was brilliant and powerful, and she represents a very incredible archetype, and she's with us all these thousands of years later. And that's not a small thing. So another reason that's so important about the identity is lesbians are very powerful women. Now, because we've been repressed and, you know, discarded and invisible, people don't really know this secret that well. However, if you really study lesbian history, it's amazing. We're always strong, we're smart, we're like warriors, we're a lot of things. And so that's another important part of why we're here. Now, Another piece of what I want to do tonight is I want to say a few things about each of you, and then I have a little exercise, and then we'll get to back to something. I know you're scared, Jill, but it's a very simple exercise.
I was scared next to scared. We were at Bernie and Linda's, and I picked you, and I said,
But no, it's nothing like that. It's going to be,
thank God.
nothing like that. All right. So, my dear Doug.
Oh, that would be nice.
So this exercise is I want to express appreciation for everyone here. That we're not doing any shadow work tonight.
Jazz hands.
So this is my dear friend Doug. For all of you who haven't met him yet, he was, we met in our doctoral program. And he was already teaching at Antioch.
Can you move to?
And I heard his name, and I had heard that he was a teacher over there. So I walked over to him and I said hi, and we had an instant connection. Instant. And it's definitely like past life stuff, if you all believe in that. I mean, it was like so potent, right? And what was so incredible about it is he took me under his wing and he became a mentor. And I'd never had anybody do that before. And it was very powerful. So we finished our doctoral program. We wrote our dissertations together. We went through graduation together. I mean, I could go on and on because we had a very, very robust, robust time together. And the most important is we co-created the LGBT specialization at Antioch University, and at the time, it was, and we still is, the only one in the country. So Doug was the founder, and he was the director, and he brought me on. And there was just 3 of us.
That's right.
And we were just talking about it. We worked our asses off for like, I don't know, 8 years.
Oh, long. Too many
And
years.
yeah, and but we created this very, very wonderful program that I'm so proud of today, and you know, you're so proud of all of what we did. So I appreciate you on so many levels. Jen, I appreciate you on so many levels. You've been through a lot with me. We had a little conversation about it earlier. The one thing I appreciate about you is, you know, we have that kind of relationship where when we have some, we actually fight, and then we repair, and then we're home. Right. And there's very few friends I can do that with. I'm telling you, so I really appreciate that.
We have things build up, and then we've got to talk it.
That's true.
We talk it through.
But that should be for everyone.
I agree. So I really appreciate that you are brave, and you can have those courageous, scary, hard conversations. Karina, I so appreciate that we share the longevity piece, the health piece. I appreciate how real you are, how much we can talk about the difficult, emotionally immature parents that we have. I appreciate that you bring the realness to all our gatherings. Shelley, I appreciate you on so many levels. Brave, courageous, passionate, intense, interesting, curious. I love you, and I'm so grateful that we become friends. Terry, I appreciate you and your intelligence, and I love the really interesting conversations that we can have. And I love when we get together, just the 2 of us, we can kind of go there, and it just feels very connected. I feel very connected to you. Maya, I love how we share. I love the passion. And we can be girls together. We can be those femi-femmes together. I love that. I also love that you're also a therapist. That you and I were actually UCSB the same time, in the same freshman dorm, and never met. But we were destined to meet. Because here we are, right? Nancy, I love your playfulness. I love your joie de vivre. I love your this just way that you kind of bring this like enthusiasm to life. And of course, your beautiful Spanish talent. Mona. Oh, Mona! Mona!
newest edition. Yeah.
I'm still getting to know you, but you know I'm very curious about you, and I want to keep getting to know
That is
you.
true. That is
And I love that we can talk about like real estate
Stepmom.
and investment. And how are we going to continue to build wealth and all of those important things.
Important thing.
Jill,
Oh, geez.
Chili.
my fellow Gemini.
Geminis.
Badass Gemini.
I'll take it.
I love what a badass you are. You really are amazing. You're like never run out of energy. You're just always so happy, and you don't get bogged down in sort of like, I don't know, petty things. You know, you just really stay above the fray of all of that. It's really impressive. I see it and I learn from that, and I appreciate it.
I do my best.
Oh my God. What can I say? I've never met anyone that can walk up to people and say so many incredible things about them, especially to know that.
Only because I don't know them.
That's true.
That's absolutely true.
But you have a gift. You have a gift that I've never seen in anybody before, and that you like to go tell people the beautiful things you see in them, and you want them to know that. You want them to hear that, and you want them to receive that. You really want them to take it in. Not everybody can, but you try, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's really very remarkable and unusual. So I guess I don't know a lot of Americans like that, so maybe it's
Not many Polish either.
okay. Heidi, what an extraordinary, another Gemini.
Oh,
Extraordinary, strong, competent.
Amazing, artistic. Do you want me to be your voice here? Incredibly loving, and we fell in love with you, you know, immediately.
Intolerant.
Are you talking for her? I'm talking for her. My voice. I'm talking for her. That's what wines do. I remember our first dinner.
I remember our first dinner.
You're like, we're having dinner together. Then she's calling, and they're like, what? No. It was funny. It was really good. And that's when it started. And it's all started. Like,
I know.
you're like, I want to.
I don't know. I won't get through the dinner if I start talking about how amazing
Yes, neither will I.
and fiery. And you know, Gottman talks about the 3 different kind of relationships. You're passionate and fiery. They're sort of, what's the other ones? The sort of, they don't talk about things, but they're fine. And there's a third one.
They're fucked up.
Anyway, we have no, we have the passionate, fiery one, but it's fiery. And it's also really
What are your signs in your Gemini and what are
She's
your
an Aries.
Aries. Woo,
Air
Aries.
and fire.
Aries.
Thank you all for indulging me.
Brava, brava, brava.